Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth tonight is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing?
I'm doing just wonderful. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. We are at the Lincoln Speedway tonight with the Short Track Rivals Racing 305 Sprint Division. I believe this is round number 5 in the series. Just switched over into qualifying. 5 minutes on the clock. Drivers already starting to head out onto
Remember your 3 laps qualifying.
the racetrack now. Let's turn some of those extra sounds off we don't need. One of the first drivers out on the speedway is Braden Blair in the 022 machine. Remember, these drivers get 3 laps in their qualifying attempt. Braden crosses the line that time at a 15:46. Anthony Ramsey, top of the board at a 15:38. Now Lewis Knight at a 15:21. Blair crosses the line there at a 15:47. Let's see how Lewis Knight does on his next lap. He runs a 15:03, so a nice pickup for Lewis. Good by 0.3 of a second now over Anthony Ramsey, who sits currently in second. Matt Smith at a 15:38 in third. Matt Smith just popped up to a 15:25 with his second lap. Let's see what he's able to do here on lap 3. Lap 3 even better there at a 15:18. Jeremy Christensen just completed his first lap. It was negated, so he's working lap 2. Just crossed the line, turned a 15:37. Good for fourth quick. Cross the line, is able to pick up from there, and does. So 15:30 pops him up another spot to third. 8 drivers have taken a time. Joseph Grom and Kelly Wheeler are the 2 drivers who haven't decided to take a time in this qualifying session. While we have just a quick minute here in between. Well, it looks like as I say that now, Joseph Grom in the number 11 machine is heading out onto the racetrack. As lap 1 goes in the book for Joseph. No lap time there. We'll see what he's able to do on his second lap. That lap counts a 15:55, 8th quick. Oh, wow, that was really close from losing the car. I don't know if he made any contact with the wall or not. That lap was a 15:73. He's got one more chance here. Across the line and a 15:61. So Joseph's going to stay there in 8th. All right, as we got a quick moment here, I'm going to bring up the point standings for everybody to see. Here, Hayden Todd is our points leader coming into tonight, tied with Matt Smith with 153 points. Hayden's not here. Matt Smith is certainly sitting P2 on the qualifying board. Jeremy Christensen trailing in third, 119 points. He's here tonight in third. Chase DeClue is 4th in points. He's not here. Michael Evert 5th. He's not here either. Austin Strang 6th is also not here. So missing quite a few of our top contenders, but this should be a good night for Matt Smith, Jeremy Christensen, as there should move up to. Matt should take the lead, and Jeremy will be close to being second in the points for sure. As our qualifying session wraps up, Lewis Knight sets the quick time with a 15:03. So congratulations to him. And we're going to roll right into heat racing action, as heat number 1 on row 1 is going to be Lewis Knight and Jeremy Christensen. Row 2 will be Tyler Bickford and Ryan Howard. Row 3 is going to be Armando Melgoza. All right, 8 laps the distance, and Lewis Knight wasn't able to start the heat, so that's going to move everybody up. A little bit, so Tyler Bickford is going to start on the front row, Jeremy Christensen on the outside of the front row. Row 2 will be Ryan Howard and Armando Melgoza. Well, Tim, fast qualifier tonight, not able to roll here to start heat 1.
I believe that was due to him missing the driver's meeting. I think they just came over the radio and said that. I'm not gonna put that in Sharpie marker.
Okay, so potentially just missing the heat, or is he missing the rest of the night's festivities?
I believe it would have been an EOL.
Okay. Well, Tyler Bickford stands on the gas. We are underway in heat race number 1. He leads the charge down into turn 1. Christensen rolls in second. Third, Ryan Howard. Fourth is Armando Melgoza. Lewis Knight heads out of the pit lane and flies down the back straightaway. He brings up the tail in fifth. Still all single file up to this point. As my timing and scoring reloads, now just 2 laps complete, 6 laps to go. Christensen closes in though on Bickford, heading down the back straightaway and into turn 3, Tim.
Wow, Bickford up into the wall just a little bit, lost the rear end, gave up the lead to Christensen. As he's trying to battle right back as Jeremy loses it on the exit.
I think Jeremy's up top. Bickford trying to use the bottom to make something happen. Bickford now 3 car lengths behind. Ryan Howard trails both of them in third, and then it's Armando Melgoza shortly behind that. Lewis Knight, though, has made up some ground. He's just 4 seconds back over the leaders, but going to run out of time here, I believe, in this first heat race.
Yeah, he gained 7/10 on the leaders right there.
2 to go in heat 1. And Lewis Knight, we will say, is the fastest car in the past couple of laps as he's trying to chase down everybody up here. White flag, though, is going to go in the air for Jeremy Christensen. All spaced out pretty evenly as they work out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Christensen uses the inside line, lets the car drift up, comes to the checkered flag and wins heat 1. Bickford will be second, Ryan Howard third, Armando Melgoza fourth, and Lewis Knight rounds out heat race number 1. Starting lineup for heat race number 2. It's going to be Matt Smith and Anthony Ramsey, Braden Blair and Joseph Groom, and Kelly Wheeler. 8 laps the distance for Heat 2 as well. Kelly Wheeler not going to make the call, so just 4 cars will start Heat Race 2. And again, Matt Smith really will be the points leader after tonight, as he has a good advantage now over Jeremy Christensen. 35 points differential between him and Jeremy, so Aiden Todd not able to make tonight's race, so Matt Smith will be the points leader as they work slowly through 3 and 4. Tim Henderson, why don't you bring us to the green flag?
I would love to. Matt Smith is just gonna calmly roll the rest of the field around 1 and 2, down the backstretch, and through 3 here shortly. They get to turn 3. Matt Smith, I believe, can go, and he goes now. Gets a great launch. Anthony Ramsey, and I believe that is Braden Blair, really close. Blair makes contact, 3 wide, big crash. They keep it going. I don't think there's a yellow. Anthony Ramsey lucked out, was able to just miss that as he's trying to chase down our race leader, Matt Smith.
Yeah, 2 laps in the books. Chaos through 3 and 4 on lap 1. Matt Smith, Anthony Ramsey has pulled out a 4-second advantage over Braden Blair. Now a couple second advantage over Braden Blair, excuse me. Joseph Grom was finally able to get the ship righted, but he's now 6.5, almost 6 3/4 seconds behind race leader Matt Smith. 4 laps down, 4 to go as Heat Race 2 clicks on by. Smith, Ramsey, Blair, your top 3. Blair slowly reeling in the top 2. So he's just been a touch quicker the past few laps. Two more laps to go, all single file. White flag this time for Matt Smith. Works through the middle of 1 and 2 and down the back straight away. Using the middle again in 3 and 4. Matt Smith takes the checkered in Heat 2. Anthony Ramsey will be second. Third goes to Braden Blair. Now to turn 4, Joseph Grom makes his way to the line. Finishes 4th. Groom, excuse me. I think I said Grom, but it's Groom. That concludes our heat racing action here tonight. 5 minutes go on the clock for our warm-up session here. All these drivers will make their way onto the racetrack for some more practice and to tweak on these race cars just a little bit more, because this is an open set 305 league. So they'll be testing out a bunch of things here, maybe make some final adjustments for their gears, make sure they got the fuel just right. But before we get into feature action, we're going to step away for just a moment and get a word from our partners over at Premier Racing Setups. All right, everybody, welcome back in here. Just under a minute to go in our warm-up session. Again, thanks to Premier Racing Setups. Don't forget to use code Buckeye15 at checkout to get 15% off a setup pack. Try Premier Racing Setups today. Lewis Knight tops the timing board so far here in the warm-up session at a 15.20. Braden Blair will be second at a 15.33. Jeremy Christensen a 15.38. Tyler Bickford a 15.40. Matt Smith a 15.43. As our warm-up session comes to a close, we will get the starting lineup for everybody here. Starting lineup for our feature event here tonight. Jeremy Christensen, Matt Smith will be on the front row. Row 2, Tyler Bickford and Anthony Ramsey. Row 3, Ryan Howard and Braden Blair. Row 4, Armando Melgoza and Joseph Groom. Row 5 will be Lewis Knight and Kelly Wheeler will be a scratch. So 9 cars to battle it out for 30 laps. This segment has been a staple on the Buckeye Racing Network since day one. Tim, who is your driver to watch tonight?
Oh, brother, you beat me to it. I'm gonna have to just pick that number 7 machine of Lewis Knight. He's starting in the back. I'd like to see him I guess work his way through the field. It's going to be interesting how he does it and when he does it.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a good driver to keep an eye on for sure. He won last week. So we'll see what he can do from the 9th starting spot here tonight. I think I'm going to be keeping my eye on the driver of the 07, Tyler Bickford. He was able to win last week in the series, so we'll see if he's able to continue that streak here tonight at Lincoln. So my driver to watch is Tyler Bickford in the 07 machine. Jeremy Christensen, Matt Smith rolls slowly into 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. We're racing here at Lincoln. Christensen leads the way into 1. Tyler Bickford, though, looked to the inside to try to make it 3 wide. Bickford looks again, but backs out of it to be safe. Christensen's going to lead lap 1. Look who rolls into 2nd, Ramsey, and he's going to challenge for the race lead through 1 and 2. Matt Smith settles in 3rd, Bickford 4th. Braden Blair is in 5th. Ryan Howard 6th with Lewis Knight already challenging the inside out of turn 4. Melgoza and Groom make contact out of 4. They both get it straightened out and continue on. Knight and Howard still side by side. Back up front, Jeremy Christensen still leaves the way. Anthony Ramsey is 2nd. Matt Smith 3rd. Tyler Bickford 4th. All 4 drivers within 1 second of each other. Anthony Ramsey, a great run out of turn 2 down the back straightaway, was able to close that gap up on leader Christensen, but he slipped up a little bit on the high side, allowed Matt Smith to get underneath of him down the front straightaway. Going to try to complete the pass out of 2, not quite this time. Going to try it again, though, down into 3. Oh, as they touch wheels. Got to be careful doing that. Ramsey got sent way high, and he makes contact with Matt Smith. Matt Smith gets swirly. Tyler Bickford takes advantage of it, and he moves into 2nd place.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't. There was no yellow, no wreck, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, crazy battling for the 2nd place position. Braden Blair is in the pit lane, so something went amiss with his machine, as we are still near 3 wide, battling for second. Jeremy Christensen out front, loves to see it. He has a 2.5 advantage as our first yellow flag is out tonight. Let's see exactly what happened. Braden Blair was in the pit area as I reported. Let's see as he enters the racetrack, as he, just pulls onto the racetrack from the pit area and brings the yellow flag out. Unfortunately so. Seven laps in. Jeremy Christensen, Tyler Bickford, Anthony Ramsey in third. Fourth will be Matt Smith. Fifth, Lewis Knight, up from ninth. Ryan Howard, Joseph Groom, Armando Melgoza, and Braden Blair, who was getting a lap back there. As I believe the field will get the 1 to go signal this time. They do. They're going to double file up here. Pace truck peels off. Tim, bring us to the green.
Jeremy's going to roll him through 3. He's going to go now as Bickford jumps on it as well. Bickford beats him through, oh my God, 3, 4 wide. Battling for second, first, fourth.
Oh
Big
my,
contact.
Joseph Groom runs right in the back of Lewis Knight. Big crash out of 4, and I think Ryan Howard also spun on down the front straightaway. Second caution flag is out tonight. We're going to try to go back and decipher this a little bit. As you see the field work out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. And then getting into 3, Joseph Groom used the inside, but just needed to slow up. Lewis Knight was a little slower, and he just ran right, tried to run right through Lewis Knight. And that got the 24 out of shape. As well, Braden Blair got a piece of that. We see Ryan Howard hit the outside wall and spun down to the inside wall and made contact with it as well. So 5 cars of the 9 with damage in this second caution flag of the night. Back to double file here. Jeremy Christensen, Tyler Bickford front row. Bickford used the outside to his advantage on the previous restart. We didn't get a full lap in, so unfortunately he's going to have to restart in the second spot here this time. Christensen in control. He fires in the middle of 3 and 4. Green flag goes back in the air. Matt Smith, Tyler Bickford make contact down the front straightaway. Bickford slow in the outside wall. He has to tow that car into the pit area, but we remain under green. Unfortunate there for Tyler Bickford as he and Matt Smith made heavy contact down the front straightaway. Big battle for 4th on back. Ryan Howard, Anthony Ramsey, Armando Melgoza, Lewis Knight, all battling hard. Joseph Groom in the mix as well. Ryan Howard pinches up. I believe that was Anthony Ramsey. Got to be careful. 3 wide out of 4. As drivers are just trying to find their way through. up front, Jeremy Christensen pulled out to a 1.7 second advantage over Matt Smith. And then it's a hornet's nest from third on back. Ramsey, Blair, Howard, Groom, Knight, and Melgoza. Groom on the inside, Knight working the middle, and Melgoza was around the top side. Groom almost spun the car. He gathers it back in and continues going. Move Knight into sixth. Ryan Howard all over the tail tank of Braden Blair, trying to get up there and challenge for the fourth spot. Ramsey has separated himself from the mix as we are at the halfway point. 15 down, 15 to go in tonight's feature. Closest battle here on the racetrack, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Ryan Howard, he works his way by Braden Blair on the inside. Look at Lewis Knight. He makes a big move down the front straightaway, throws a slider, but almost had to come to a stop to keep from hitting the outside wall and loses all of that momentum. Back up front, Christensen still holding a 1.7 second advantage. Matt Smith still in chase. Anthony Ramsey comfortably in third. Ryan Howard now has separated himself from Lewis Knight. Braden Blair going to be challenged on the inside from Armando Melgoza. Melgoza has a peek to the inside this time. And is going to complete the pass on Braden Blair. Uh-oh, Blair. Groom contact down the front straightaway, battling for 7th and 8th. They get everything righted for now as Jeremy Christensen crosses the line, 10 laps to go. Matt Smith has 8 away. That advantage, it's down to 1.2 seconds. Ryan Howard still holding on for 4th. Lewis Knight in 5th. These drivers just searching for any grip they possibly can, as things kind of has spaced out here throughout the field.
Our leader, Jeremy, is running really low in 3 and 4, but when he gets to 1 and 2, it's like he's hit that same line 3 times in a row since I've been watching, at least on both ends of the track. Actually, I mean, he's in 1 and 2, he's like running in the slick.
Yeah, right through the slick, and it's working because he stretched the advantage just a bit over Matt Smith. Anthony Ramsey still solidly in 3rd. Lewis Knight challenging now Ryan Howard for the 4th spot. Howard squirrely on the top. Knight with a good run on the inside. Let's see if Knight's able to complete that pass, and does out of turn 2. Move Lewis Knight into P4. Ryan Howard slots back to 5th. Armando Melgoza comfortably in the 6th spot. Braden Blair 7th. Joseph Grom is going to be back in 8th. Tyler Bickford in 9th. Now 4 laps behind. Back up front though, Matt Smith has a big into Christensen's lead. Just 3 laps to go. Is there enough time for Matt Smith to get there? Two more laps around the Lincoln Speedway tonight.
Matt Smith isn't the only one cutting down that lead either. Got a couple other people.
White flag though this time. It might have to be a prayer for Matt Smith to get up there and battle. 7/10 the advantage for Christensen down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Christensen defends the bottom. And out of turn 4, Jeremy Christensen takes the checkered flag here tonight. Matt Smith will be 2nd. Anthony Ramsey crosses the line in 3rd. That rounds out the podium. Lewis Knight comes home 4th. Ryan Howard will be 5th. 6th goes to Armando Melgoza. 7th to Joseph Groom. And 8th to Braden Blair. 9th will be Tyler Bickford, 4 laps down. What a feature event here tonight. And again, congratulations to our top three. We're going to get a word with them in just a moment. As all three drivers stopping on the front straightaway for a picture. And we are going to get our interviews underway. I don't see Anthony Ramsey in the Discord. He might pop in here shortly. But I do see Matt Smith at the ready, so we'll go ahead and get a word in with him. Hey, Matt, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
All right, man. What a fantastic feature race for you. You come home tonight in the second place spot. Hayden Todd wasn't here tonight, so you should move into the points lead after tonight. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels awesome. I'm hoping I can hold on to it. But we got a lot of fast guys joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. But tell us a little bit about tonight. It looks like there was some beating and banging on the restarts, and it kind of allowed Jeremy to get out to that advantage there on that long green flag run.
Yeah, I feel bad because I got into, I think it was Tyler in the restart, and I think he had the toe, but he never answered me because I was going to throw the caution. But I think I could have chased the leader down. I was gaining on him.
Yeah, absolutely. You were. You ate away that advantage in the final 5 laps for sure and chopped it in half. And I think, yeah, back to your point, from what we've seen up here in the booth, it looks like you and Tyler touched wheels down the front straightaway, and I think his car got stuck in the outside wall and he had to tow. At least that's what we've seen from our vantage point up high here.
Oh, it was definitely fun racing tonight.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Tim, you have anything to ask Matt?
Yeah, if you could have changed anything with your setup and with how the track ended up playing out, what would have it been?
To be honest with you, I'm running just a regular iRacing setup. All I did was change the gear a little bit, and that's it. I don't know how to set one of these things up.
Well, Matt, one thing's for sure. I guess the iRacing setup is pretty good for you here. You come home tonight in second. Before we let you go, anybody you'd like to thank?
Well, I thank you guys for broadcasting it and doing a hell of a job for us, and STRR for throwing it on.
All right, absolutely, Matt. Well, we'll let you celebrate your second place finish here tonight.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Still don't see Anthony Ramsey, so we're going to talk to our race winner, Jeremy Christensen. Hey, Jeremy, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I guess yes.
All right, man. You started out front in this feature. You led, I believe, every lap. Had to fend off the late charge from Matt Smith there in the closing laps. Tell us how you were able to get it done.
I think starting up front was definitely a help. Clean air is really, really important, and being able to race your own line and not having to try to drive around somebody was definitely beneficial to winning. I saw Matt was coming and catching me. Felt like I was missing my line, so I was just trying to hold on and make it a checkered flag without him getting to me. So
Yeah, absolutely. And you did just that here tonight. Tim, do you have anything to ask Jeremy?
Yeah, you referenced Matt cutting into your lead late. Do you think it had anything to do with tire wear? And a second question, how did the track, the way that the track played out, fit your style?
I think starting out, I definitely felt pretty good, but as the race went on and the track wore in, got a a lot more slick. I was sliding all over the place. And I think Matt definitely had a much better feel for the track. And so just trying to run my line and not make any mistakes. And fortunately, I was able to build a big enough lead to where I could hold him off. If he would have caught me, I think he would have got around me. So
Well, Jeremy, you were able to hold him off in the end. Who would you like to thank for tonight?
I want to thank Dana and Matt and all the guys at STRR for putting this on, and thank you guys for hanging out with us and watching the race.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on your victory here tonight at Lincoln, and we'll let you celebrate it.
Thanks, boys.
All right, that's going to conclude our interviews here tonight. We're going to bring tonight's festivities to a close. Any closing thoughts from you, Tim?
Just great product of racing. These guys just getting everything that they could out of the track and the cars, and I just want to thank them for putting on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. These drivers in their 305s here tonight. Wonderful job. Great racing for us here tonight in the booth. Hopefully a good show for each and every one of you watching here tonight. Thanks to our partners over at Premier Racing Setups. Again, check them out. Use code Buckeye15 for 15% off a setup pack. Upcoming for us on the Buckeye Racing Network, we will be live again Thursday night with STRR in their limited late model division. So come out, be a part of that with us live at 9 p.m. Eastern. Right here, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you'll know each and every time we go live on the Buckeye Racing Network. Again, thanks everybody for watching. That's going to do it for us here tonight at the Lincoln Speedway. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.